this point about this is the city is quite concerned that there is a
Yeah.
sense of being rudderless as to where our economy is heading, because there's obviously external factors like
Yeah.
you mentioned, the US, but what is it that the UK economy, in your view, can do, or the Chancellor, or for that matter, the Bank of England needs
Yeah.
to focus on?
Yeah, well, certainly for banking financial services, there is widespread agreement. And actually, when I say widespread, I don't mean just across the industry, but deep through different authorities and organisations, that we've regulated too much. And the consequences of that both increase the cost of finance in the UK and reduce our competitiveness because we compete overseas. I mean, there's a huge amount of financing internationally takes place out of the UK. But you can observe this probably best on what is happening to the London Stock Exchange. Now, they're trying like nobody's business, but if you are going to list on the London Stock Exchange, or IPO as we call it, the first time, that's the initial public offering, when you as a private company go to the market and say, buy shares in me, that the amount of bureaucracy, the amount of work, the cost to the advisors and so on, and the time it takes that you have to do here in the UK for the London Stock Exchange is considerably greater than, for example, will take place in New York. You've then got two other things that count in there. The valuation in the UK is likely to be lower than that in New York. And then the constraints on the people who run the company, particularly remuneration constraints, and there's others as well, are much tighter in the UK than in New York.